Hello, Benjamin Apollos again, and thank you so much for tuning in. I know you're excited about this course, excited about having embarked in a new journey of your life, pausing, if you will, for a minute to get everything back in line. And I'm excited for you. I really am. I put a lot of work into this program. I would have never known that it would be a book, workbook, instructional manual, memo manual, quick reference manual, and the My Garden system to help you manage relationships, which I'll talk with you about later, to where we are now. So I'm excited for you. You're going to realize that there's so much to mastering self-control. It's like, we deal with issues in life, and it's kind of like if you go to a new job and, they expect you to know a little bit about what you say you're going to do or what you've been hired for, but you don't know how that particular business does business. Let's say that's engineering. Well, there are different engineering businesses that may be actually offer the same product, but they do things a little bit differently. It's not fair for them to expect you to understand their MO or their modus operandi, how they do business, right? It's not fair for them to do that. It's fair for them to train you properly, right? And to ensure that they do business the way you want them to do business if they want to be successful. Well, the master self-control system is like that as well. So we can't expect you to master self-control if you don't first know something about yourself. You got to know about you got to talk about your history, your life experiences, things that have affected you through situations, events, and circumstances. We got to talk about the things that trigger your emotions and your feelings, right? Things that trigger your appetite, things that make you angry, happy, sad, joyful, peaceful. All those things, right? We got to also know what causes your attitude to change, and also what fuels you, what causes your spirit to change, causes you to say or do something. All right. We also got to help you to understand where you are in life. What's your financial situation? What's your familial situation? Do you have children now? To have contributed somehow to get you to this place where you are now. What kind of job is that you have? What kind of leadership are you under? What kind of relationships are you in? All these things are influencing the way you think and what way you understand or what you understand about yourself, and they're affecting you, and they're greatly affecting your ability to master self-control without you even realizing it. All these things could be prohibitors, and so we help you to get rid of those. And they're identified as principal identifiers in the course in and of itself. Then we get to the master self-control system, which is really going to catapult you to an area where you can start mastering life, and so you can get the best out of life. Now, in the last video 9, I shared with you that I was going to talk with you about what to expect and about the real life scenario. So what I've done here in this book, okay, the Master Self-Control book, the original version, is I've infused in here 60 real life scenarios for you, and it deals with mastering self-control on the 3 levels that we've already talked with you about, that you have to navigate through, and you have to matriculate through using these 3 principles or these 3 levels to move up through to eventually mature level self-control. So when we look at the 20 real life scenarios at the front here, or around the middle of the book, around page 50, it has 20 real life scenarios. The first 20, okay, looks like this. All right, and you'll notice that it has the story, but then it has how the survival level 1 person interacted. What was their response, and then it also communicated what the consequences of their actions. And then functional level 2, all right, what were the consequences of their action? It shows how they responded, okay? And then mature level 3, what were the consequences and benefits, how they acted. So these things are affecting your character one way or the other. Now, you would know how by understanding how level 1 reacted or responded, level 2 reacted or responded, and then level 3 reacted or responded. You want to focus, once you've learned these different steps in the different scenarios, you want to always focus on the mature level response. Okay, put 90% of your time, energy, resources, and your money right here. Okay, mature level self-control. Right? Don't get caught up in all of this. It'll beat up your thinking and may cause you to feel a little bit depressed and make you not want to address your own issues once you get back to your own real life scenarios, which we'll get to in just a minute. Now, okay, so you got 20 of those, and then you get to the assessment page. Okay. Now, this is the assessment tool. It's around page 72 in this book. All right, the blue one, the religious infused one, the Bible verses infused one. Now, the yellow one, which is the philosophical version, again, it's yellow, so it'll be around the same page in the book. Be sure to make sure you take this assessment. Once you got your total, then you go to the place where it tells you to go to. I'm not even going to tell you the page because I don't want you to cheat when you get here. So when you get to this page, so make sure you complete this tool once you get to it. That'll be after the 20 real life scenarios. Okay, and then you go to where the book directs you to see what level you're on. Doesn't matter what level you're on. Even if you test out on functional level 2, we want you to start off on functional level 1, survival level 1. Okay, and then we want you to focus on mature level self-control after you work through these and you're trying to see what was the best way to respond in this scenario. We believe there's enough scenarios to really help change your life, but just in case there wasn't, we got that fixed too. So to the back of the book, you got the workbook. Okay, now in the workbook, we have an additional 40 real life scenarios. The difference here is that I've only given you the story. Okay, so it'll look like this. So I've given you the story. Now, you have to tell me how the level 1 survival level person responded. What were the consequences and character issues? Tell me how the functional level person responded. What were the character issues and consequences? And how the mature level person responded. What were the character issues and benefits? Okay, you notice that I say benefits as mature level self-control because there's nothing but benefits in the way this person responds. So by the time you work through the book to this point, you know what all 3 levels look like. Okay, and you give me what that response, you have to write it. This is your book forever. Write it in here, you'll have this forever. Write in how they responded. Remember, that survival level person is completely irrational. They have absolutely no control. You can't do nothing with them. All right, you don't even want them around. Functional level person is kind of slick. They know what to do. They know how to get what they want. They know how to give you a little bit what they want, but rest assured, they have set it up where they're going to get the most out of the deal, no matter what. That's how you know them. But they're functional now. Remember, they can be a billionaire. They can be a king of a monarchy. They could be a president of a country, a sultan. They can be a president of a university and or a corporation, a major corporation at that. All right, they can be one of those people. But what we want you to do, we want you to be this calm, collected person that's always able to think and rationalize and be able to mediate, be the one that's looked to help mediate situations where nobody else can. Okay, and then this person gets what they want every time, even if it takes time. Remember? Okay, now gets even more interesting. Guess what else I did for you? When you get to the back of the book, the last 12 or so pages, you have 10 blank forms. 10. See that blank? Now, what you would do, you would tell your story. Okay? You tell your story. You give a real life scenario of something that you experienced. Got it? Be real, got to be candid. If there's not enough room, get another piece of paper or spill over into another blank form or take a copy of this and just so you can get this right. And then you're going to tell how the survival level person responded or would have responded, consequences and character issues, how the functional level person responded or would have responded, consequences and character issues, and then the mature level self-control person and how they would have responded and the consequences and benefits. Remember, you got 10 chances to do this. And you can make copies of this and you can do it all over again because you will be doing it. Also, in your memo manual, you're going to have an opportunity to do this quite a bit. There's some venues in the course itself where we assign you movies. You have a movie of the month where you have to watch the movie and you have to identify the survival, functional, and mature level people in the movie. Get really good experiences on what it looks like on these different levels because you're going to be focusing on mature level self-control. That's the person you want to become, okay? That's the whole point in this course. And then so that you can become the best person you can be. Tongue-tied today. You can become the very best person that you could possibly be to get everything that you want in this life. What's the point in getting up every day if you're not going to try and do better? Well, I do believe you want to do better, and that's why you get up every day. That's why you try again every day. That's why you get up and eat again every day. You try your best to be nice to people. You're conscious about your situations, events, and circumstances. You're conscious about where you are in terms of this life, financially, emotionally, physically, spiritually, familiarly, relationally. All right. So we want you to be conscious about these things. And so you start navigating through those things a little bit more meticulously and make it a point to always respond on mature level self-control. You're excited? Well, so am I. Well, the next time you see me, we'll be talking about what goes on in the actual course. Okay. And I'll be teaching you from the syllabus. All right. We'll try to keep these things short. The goal is to try to keep each video 10 minutes or shorter so that you can continue to progress through the course and have a great time in doing it. How about that? Okay. Looking forward to seeing you in the next video. Thanks for tuning in.